alive, and look at Tex and the Zubas showing off some of He couldn't time the intro right. He was Zubaing all over the place.
Damn
oh,
right.
my gosh.
A little bit of the game going on.
Look alive. We are the Millie Ghosts. This is episode 70, October 11th, 2023. Let us be the first to wish you and yours a happy National Fossil Day. And for three out of the four people on this panel, you might as well call their football teams fossils because they're dead and they're going to be used for renewable resources for the rest of the world. Dylon isn't showing as much of his Vikings helmet as he once was. He's covering up the horn, so everybody thinks he's like a TCU or Mount Union fan, Division III powerhouse.
Yeah, I'm like the life preserver here. You know, I'm trying to recruit people to the ship right now. I'm just trying to keep them from jumping overboard.
Oh, man. Thursday is National Gumbo Day. How about that?
I like gumbo. You can put anything in gumbo.
Mm-hmm. Can you put me in gumbo?
Yep.
I have nipples.
You
great.
could. Some chili con carne.
Javi out. He's on the road. Dylon in, back for the first time in what, a few weeks? It's been a while, dude. You've been running from us because you don't want to talk about the Vikings.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid. I've been living in a world of darkness. Day-man.
We're trying to win the Millie. We played DraftKings. We had an eventful weekend. I don't think anybody won the Millie, but we might win the Billy.
Potentially.
Got the tickets. But yeah, we had a Monday night game that we will go over. Did not win the Millie there. Dylon, did you win the Millie?
I did not win the Millie, but I do got a story about my Powerball ticket today. So I used the same ticket every time. I have a set of numbers for a draw, and then I have two quick plays. So I power play them. So it's $9 for every drawing. Today, my Powerball number is always 12 on the one I actually pick on. But today when I did it, all three of the tickets ended up with 12 as the Powerball. What are the odds that happens?
I don't know. Are the odds in your favor now?
I don't know. It's like, 126 times 126 times 126. But I had to look at the ticket. Like, how do I get the exact same Powerball number three times?
I don't know. Hey, that's the lottery, baby. Goes to the schools sometimes, right? Do you have some golf clubs back there, or have those always been there?
Yeah, those have always been here, man. These are the when I had the 4-year-olds Max Flies. It's all about that big.
Those look like Texas size.
If I get them, I get it reshafted and put a left-handed. It's about probably for a 4'2", so right around Texas height.
Great 230.
Yeah,
man,
4'2", 230.
Right.
AJ Dillon over there.
We got a lot to get to. We've got a lot of DraftKings and a lot of football to talk about, but also a lot of polls to talk about. I went a little bananas here on the polls today, and it was surprisingly very, very fun to do. People were all over the place. And we have a football game tomorrow night. We have the Chiefs hosting the Broncos for an absolute 100% another stinker of a game, more than likely. All these primetime games are and then the Sunday night game is Buffalo and the Giants. I mean, can the NFL not do something about this? Forget about the turf and the grass war. Like, can we get a game that's actually fun? I mean, no thanks to the Cowboys Sunday night, scumbags.
Broadcasting company needs to do some change in other teams. Like the Giants should get no more primetime games.
Yeah, after you lose by like 40 in 2 games, you're out. You're done. Like, you back of the line. It's like waiver wire for fantasy football. Once you've exhausted your chance to be primetime and you only put up like 1 combined total touchdown over 3 games, you're out. I don't think those are too strenuous of guidelines there. Get them out of here. There's a list that I have, I think, when we get to the news section of all the people that the Giants are having out, and yet they're going to go to a pissed off Buffalo team in Buffalo and probably get mollywopped. Okay, the Niners. The Niners. Absolute wagon. Absolute wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Have the Cowboys in complete
All right.
shambles. I got some more. I got some more stuff on that in the news that we will go over.
It's great.
They're looking like the team to beat.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Next one.
As you all know, you can see behind my head, we're App State fans. Boys, what in holy matrimony was going on up there on the mountain last night?
Not much, I can tell you that. I watched the whole game. A whole lot of nothing going on. Receivers running wide open for Coastal. I mean, they have like one guy they like to throw it to, number 15. Somebody's got to cover him.
Then the tight end late in the game to go up 24-17, completely wide open.
Zero running game for App. Zero.
Well, Nate Noel apparently he either hurt his ankle or got in a spat with the coaches or both.
I was wondering, why was he not running the ball and Marshall was starting?
So I thought it was an ankle initially, and then I got information that it was not an ankle. It was also disagreement with the coaches. And so to prove a point, at the risk of losing an important conference game, whenever you have 40,000 sold-out fans on a Tuesday night in Boone, the whole world's watching. And, I mean, live up to the name, of course, the most entertaining games or whatever they are, number one in the power rankings on those. But, I mean, everybody's like, Milan Tucker's got to hold on to the ball. They got to execute. I'm like, dude, you're playing a Coastal team who's 0-2 on the road, never won in Boone. And here they come. Boom. We can't beat anybody. And it's not going to get any easier.
I think that the play of the game that stood out the most was when, I think it was it first and goal or second and goal? Joey Aguilar rolls out, throws that pass, it gets deflected, and then he has to jump up and karate chop it. So he was the quarterback and then the DB all at the same time.
That's something Kirk Cousins would do.
Nah, Kirk Cousins didn't have up. See, Joey's still young, got good knees, he can jump.
Anyways, it's so sad. I was talking to a kid at work who's younger than us. And I was like, you don't understand, man. I was like, you don't understand. There was a time whenever we were there that we had won 30-something home games in a row. I was like, think about that. That's like 7 years of games that we didn't lose at home.
No.
And to see,
I don't think I ever saw a home loss. I've never seen a home loss.
I was there for the one. It was Georgia Southern, and they had who was that quarterback?
Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah,
it was Jerick McKinnon. I'm pretty sure, and he ran all over us. But yeah, it was. I'm like, dude, you don't like. And all the fans are like, we got to keep our. Chase Bryce chimed in. We got to keep our eyes forward. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Everybody who's packing the stadium and who's been filling up the stadium for years is not used to seeing 3-3, 6 games into the season.
No, especially on a fall night in Boone.
Which is sad because Coach Clark loves App State. He knows more than probably any of those students or fans what it means. 3-3 is unacceptable. Anyways, we could talk all night about that. Disgrace. Get it together. Circus Chat. Take your group chats live. Download the app. Search for Millie Goats. You basically take your group chat live like you're text messaging during a game instead of going live on the screen. Hall of Fame Bets. An app where you can build parlays. You can research stats on football, baseball, soccer, basketball, all kinds of filters. Promo code MillyGoats gets you 50% off your first month. It's in our description on the live stream, and I think it'll be in the description on the podcast. Okay. National Fossil Day, boys. In the scientific world, a scientist who makes a discovery also earns the naming rights of the fossil. Frequently, the names are entirely scientific using Latin or Greek roots. However, paleontologists enjoy being creative. For example, 14-year-old Wes Linster discovered Bambi Raptor Feinbergi in 1993. The name means Bambi thief. I don't know what it was that he discovered, but shout out to a 14-year-old coming up with that doozy of a name. One of the largest fossil finds in the world is located in Illinois, consisting of 4 square miles. The giant fossil is that of ancient tropical forest and swamp. The enormous fossil history is located 230 feet underground in the Riola and Vermilion Grove coal mines. How about that? You thought it was the T-Rex, didn't you, Tex? You were mistaken.
I didn't know what it was.
You were way off, dude. 4 miles of fossil. How about that?
Dude, I just put it together that Bambi thief is like, he takes deer. Like, I get it. That was clever. Except I don't think that deer were in the same era or epoch or whatever they are as raptors. So it's not even historically accurate. So this 14-year-old's a moron.
Totally.
Stupid Wes.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Why don't you should name it Bigfoot? They're always saying we ain't got it, so that way you can say I finally found some bones of Bigfoot.
There was a Bigfoot spotting. Somebody was on a train and saw this this hairy beast walking through the countryside somewhere. I think it was in Nevada.
It was Haggard.
Everybody thought that he was up in the Pacific Northwest, all those jabronis. Nope, he's out in the desert, and he threw everybody for a loop. Bigfoot. What do you think about that? Actually, I don't know where exactly it was, but I thought it said Nevada.
I think I remember reading that it was in Colorado.
Close to Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Still not the Pacific Northwest where everybody films those shows. Butch is back. You missed it, dude. We talked about the Cowboys. Okay, on the show, water cooler debate, Monday Night Football review, football buffet, DFS Express hype train, Thursday night, and the Sunday main slate, and then touch on the Sunday night Campus 4 college football tour. How dare you use other relevant sports news, Inter-Squad DraftKings Jamboree. Stop stealing our T-shirt designs. If you want the big third down hat, it is available now. Go check out our Twitter profile and check out in our description of the show. You can go get it there. Unblock us, Reddit, college football, you cowards. K. Adams, Lone Wolf still pending. We'll decide if we want it or not. Okay. Here we go, boys. Right into the water cooler debate.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot. Are you kidding me?
Segment. We come up with a question. We put that question on Twitter, and the great people of America and all over the world vote for the winner of who has the best answer. So follow us on Twitter at MillyGoats and check out the water cooler debate, which will be out in a few days. From episode 68, what is the GOAT October activity? Your winner is me. With 38% of the vote, the pumpkin patch reigns supreme. J-Vi was in second, even though he tried to rip me for not picking trick-or-treating, and I knew what I was doing. He has no idea what's the best thing to do in October. No one whatsoever. Tex was in third with watching sports, which is odd. And Butch P with leaf peeping at 10% was in last. Let me just say this. There's nothing better than going to the pumpkin patch. Are you saying I sabotaged it?
Of course.
Of course.
Dude, speak your truth. Don't sit there and don't be subliminal. Come on, dude. Have your take. Have your take and eat it too.
I don't know. I believe that there was some poll out there like, let's word it. Which quarterback would you rather have in the fourth quarter?
I got all those right here.
Had UCL surgery and whatever else. Oh, let's put Brock Purdy on there.
No, I have it right here.
Emergency update. We've got an all-Texas ALCS.
We're going to get to that. Don't you worry. I got a poll on that too. A surprise poll for you, Tex.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, pumpkin patch, that's the way to go. A crisp fall morning into afternoon, probably evening, preferably. You take You get out there, you walk around, you get the pictures, you embrace the holiday spirit that's about to be upon us, and then you have a nice little picture to send out for your Christmas card. The pumpkin patch is the way to go. It's the kickoff of the insignia of the holidays with the pumpkin and then the turkey and then the Christmas tree. So sorry to all you losers who did not think pumpkin patch would win. So in your faces. Now, here's the other polls, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one that I think Dylon was referring to. I put up like 5 polls today, and they were going nuts. Which one of our team's quarterbacks would you choose this year to win a game in the fourth quarter? As you know, 49ers fan here. Tex and Butch P, Cowboys fans. Dylon Vikings, J-Vi Bills. And the options were Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, or Brock Purdy. I mean, thousands of people saw this. Thousands. I'm not kidding. Thousands. And the word is out. Brock Purdy won 47% over Josh Allen, 46%. Dak Prescott had 4%. Kirk Cousins had 3%. Thoughts, gentlemen? Thoughts?
Let's move on to the debate.
You don't want to hear the other one? I asked people if
it's like you got like 10 of them you want to go through. No.
Is Texas a football or baseball state?
I don't care. Go on.
That's a pretty good one.
Just so you know, if it's a football's back, they still don't think it's a baseball state, even though you have all Texas ALCS. You're trying to make baseball relevant. Okay.
It's relevant right now.
Text, do you have the PowerPoint slide that we can put up for the great people of America watching on Rumble, watching on YouTube, watching on Twitter, listening? The question is, what is the GOAT way you would spend your lottery money on?
Ready.
Let's do it. Put it up there. Show the people.
Oh, I had to share my screen.
Share your screen, dude. Share it with us. Don't hide it.
Share, man.
Make sure all your tabs are
looking at it.
Make sure all your tabs are closed. The GOAT use of lottery money, given that it's about $2 billion. Here's what. Okay, here we go. It's coming up. Folks, he's sharing the screen. Here it comes. Nobody's getting booted. Wait, do I have to add that?
You gotta engage.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. J-Vi. See, we're letting me run the technological things. That's a very risky move, fellas. Here it is. Water cooler debate. What is the GOAT thing you well, I said waste, but spend money on the lottery.
Oh, no.
Okay. Now, you have to, yes, everybody takes care of their family, pay off your debts, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's the first thing you do? First thing I would do? Build a recording studio and move everyone down here so that we could all record together and have a sweet setup to do so.
Would
That's
you buy
what I would do. Yeah, dude, we'd put a recording studio on a boat. How about that?
I hope you win.
We'd cruise up and down the river down here on a boat recording.
Broadcasting with 100G internet.
Yes, dude. Satellite, whatever. It'd be a 400-foot yacht. We couldn't really go very far. We just kind of go forward and then backwards and then forward again and backwards like Austin Powers when he gets stuck in the wall. Okay. Since J-Vi got second, Dylon, that would be your turn.
I've given this a lot of thought, and I'm buying my own golf course.
Yep.
And it'll be the opposite of what you would consider etiquette. So we'd have like Thirsty Thursdays, Topless Tuesdays. Yeah.
Boys,
Yeah,
wait.
Live golf.
Are the boys going tarps off or who's going tarps off?
We don't. There is no discrimination. I'm gender neutral. Whatever.
Okay.
I was going to say, way to try to put stipulations on a text.
Sorry, I didn't know if it was like we were finally going to. Well, I mean, we've probably done it before if I really think hard enough. walk the golf course, tarps off.
We've definitely done it when we were in Pinehurst.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, Whiskey Wednesdays, Fireball Fridays,
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sake Saturdays.
There's a reason why there's a devil on that bottle.
Yeah.
Sangria Sundays.
Sangria Sundays.
Dude,
Margarita
Mimosa
Mondays.
Monday. Ooh, margarita and mimosa Monday.
Yes, Margarosas Mondays. Combine them. It's your course, dude.
Dude, I
Now-
cannot wait to win the Billy.
Would you build a stadium hole like they have at the Waste Management?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And then pay
And I may
everybody to
even
come
have
sit
enough
in.
money that I would pay people to come in there. Like I would tell them like on a Friday night, it's like free booze or something. We'll fill up the stadium and then you play night golf.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great one. So golf course and recording studio yacht so far. Tex, you got third. Go ahead.
I'm buying an island.
Revis Island?
Nope. An island.
Now, I've thought about this. Are you going to get it where it's already got all the utilities ran to it and there's already
Yeah,
stuff
it'll be
built
like
on it?
It'll be like
Fire
the Epstein
Fest.
Island. We'll have like everybody gets like
Whoa.
a little bunker. Everybody gets a bunker. You know,
The entire island's a bunker.
minus
So,
the teenage girls.
yeah.
You know? Just everybody gets a bunker with their wife.
Yeah, we could drive the yacht studio right over there.
Yep, damn right. Record on the way.
Dude,
Buying an island though.
you could just buy the
Sweet
Firefest Island, the one that guy had.
Yeah, I guess so.
Could I
Yeah.
put my golf course on part of your island?
Absolutely. A nice. I would like a 6-hole golf course, so that you could still play 18 if you wanted to, but you could stop after 6 if you felt like it.
Oh, it's true.
Or what if you just built 6 holes and put like 3 really distant tee boxes?
What if, here you go.
You
What
play
if you
each
just
hole at-
put a giant green in the middle with 18 flag sticks and 18 fairways that funneled into the giant green in the middle?
Oh God, that'd be a hot mess.
Trying to putt here, trying to drive.
How am I supposed to chip with that going on in my backswing, Doug? Oh. All right. So we've got an island,
Oh,
golf course, and a recording studio yacht. Butch P.
all right. So I'm definitely buying a casino
On Texas Island.
On Texas
Right.
Island?
on Texas
boat.
Island, on the boat, and on the golf course. I'm putting them everywhere. I'm franchising my casinos everywhere. And it's going to be we're going to brand it the Millie Goats.
Top
TNG.
Top G Island.
Yes. TMG
The real-
Island.
The real MGs.
You can take the boat over to the island with us. You just have to listen to our show the entire way. It's the only thing that plays on the boat.
We could
Like
be
us
the,
playing Eric Church at app all day night. It's just us.
we start our own reality TV show and be like the real house guys of TMG Island.
Okay. So there you go. That's all of those seem like a colossal waste of money.
But you got $1 billion. It's okay.
You're true. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Tex, you want to hear another poll that I did?
Nope.
All right, let's talk some football. What do we say?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I
Football.
think you can hold on, let me. There we go. There we go. I guess you can just go to I know what you can do instead of like trying to share and do all that. Just go to the next slide and then I'll pop it on there.
Football, you're so cool.
And on our show you're gonna rule. Football, we love
That's a powerful note.
I love it. That's our theme music. Shout out Coach Prime for letting us hit our theme music. Okay, Monday Night Football. Absolute dumpster fire. Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. Defeat the Green Bay Packers 17-13. Las Vegas was favored by 2. Over did not hit at 45, but Las Vegas did cover. Brother kickers. And the guy from the Raiders was atrocious, and it cost me money. So forget that guy. Romeo Dobbs, who told us to play him? Because I think he had like 1 catch.
Dubes?
Yep, Dubes. Thoughts on this game, Butch P?
Dude, it was an awful game. Jeez. So hard to watch. The Raiders. I mean, you'd think there was going to be a whole lot more scoring than that. Dude, I don't know.
Max Crosby wasn't having it.
No, Crosby, he was the highlight for sure. Crosby was all over the place, man.
Dude.
Hats off to that guy.
You know it's bad. That game's bad whenever you're watching it and you see Preston Smith covering Devontae Adams one-on-one in the slot. And for those of you who don't know, Preston Smith is a defensive lineman for the Green Bay Packers, maybe a linebacker. I'm not sure. I can't remember what scheme they run. But Preston Smith out there on Smith Island. Hey, kudos to him, though. He held Smith Island held Devontae Adams for 1 catch, 6 yards. I mean, if that's not Smith Island, I don't know what is. But
And
Jordan Love,
they were about to jump that route too. He just missed.
Dude, that would have been incredible. The picture of Jordan Love that J-Vi sent of him throwing that interception, where there is not a single Green Bay Packer in the frame other than him.
Everybody was already running to where he was about to throw to.
Yes, dude, it was so bad. Oh. But and then Al Davis was getting mad. I think that was his 26-year-old girlfriend that was sitting with him. So that was a weird I don't know. The Raiders are just does anybody else feel like there's just a clear separation of teams that are really good and teams that just stink?
No.
Okay. Just me.
Just you.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever.
Week 5,
right,
man. We're not even halfway through. We're not even close to understanding what teams are capable of. Some teams haven't played anybody.
They ain't played nobody, Paul.
They ain't played anybody.
How about we go into what happened from a DraftKings perspective? All right.
Do it, dude.
So going through 3 quarters, I captained A.J. Dillon, and I had Jacoby Myers. And then when Christian Watson caught that 60-yard bomb down to the 2-yard line,
77.
I was in the top 1%, and I was killing everybody. And then here comes Josh Jacobs, who Tex had. And Tex, you want to explain to the listeners how I lost?
Well, you lost because I captained the defense, who had an okay game.
Of course.
And you played, was it Garoppolo?
Yeah.
You had Garoppolo, and I was ahead by 0.2 points. And I said, with like a minute and a half left to go, if they run out the clock here, or if the Raiders get the ball back and Garoppolo takes a knee, I win. And sure enough, Raiders get the ball back. Garoppolo takes a knee for a 1-yard loss, sealing the victory for me, and I win by 0.4 points.
I literally needed 3 yards.
He needed 3 yards to beat me, and he couldn't do it because Garoppolo took a knee.
Dude, Jimmy Garoppolo is like the death kiss of this group. He cost me like $11,000 one night. I know we've told that story before. Jimmy Garoppolo is like the scarlet letter or something.
It keeps going up $1,000 every time he tells it.
I think it was like 10-6 or something. I don't remember. But yeah, the draft kit, this was just ugly. I think again the defense was in the optimal lineup. I'm pretty sure it was a 4-2. The contest I was in, it was a 4-2 Raiders stack. with Jacoby Myers, Garoppolo, the Raiders D, and then Watson and Dillon from the Packers. There was one more, but I can't remember who it was. But anyways, it was just I think the top one was like 90 something points. That's horrendous. Anyways, there's Monday Night Football. Who's Monday night next week? Anybody know?
I would look it up, but hang on,
Dallas and Chargers.
The Chargers,
oh yeah, that's right.
San Diego Chargers.
Hey, and Austin
And I'm
Eckler's
hearing-
back.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eckler's gonna be back.
99%. Okay. Let's move into some news from around the league. Just a few things here. I got something just that I happened to screenshot here, just perusing. Micah Parsons says the 49ers and the Cowboys are still the same caliber team, despite the 42-10 loss. He says that the score was not indicative of what actually happened. Quote, I don't think the 49ers are at a higher level than us. I think we're the same caliber playoff team, same talent, same standards. I just feel like we need to reconsider and fix some things. The score doesn't really show what happened out there.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, Cowboys fans?
Agree.
No.
Those are my
said-
thoughts. You're on your thoughts now, right?
I'm on my thoughts. Yep.
Okay.
I'm on my thoughts.
All right, good.
This dude, I've been after him all year to just stop. He needs to just stop. Him and his podcast. He started to go after Debo and said it was personal, and then Debo got on and said, "Hey, it was personal, and you're lucky it wasn't worse than what it was, and next time it will be." So, if y'all make the playoffs, I mean, he just needs to stop it. Butch, what do you think?
Hey, I'm gonna just tell you, you need to stop it. You need to
Yeah.
stop trying to tell him
Yeah.
to stop it.
Dude, you can't
Mind your own
lose.
business.
You
Yeah.
Mind
can't
your own
lose.
business, AK.
You can't lose
Hey.
42-10 and get up there and still be talking trash about the team that just
Yeah,
had to
you
take
can.
their starters out in the fourth
Yeah, you
quarter.
can. Hey,
They
yeah,
didn't
you
even
can.
play the fourth quarter.
You can't
Hey.
be spitting booty chatter about who can be spitting booty chatter.
You can't lose that way in an NFL game and then still be talking trash. You just can't
Why
do
not?
it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Delusional
can.
Cowboys fans.
Why not?
They stink.
Why not?
They stink. They're
now
going to finish.
you know.
It's one
Now
game.
you know that he's not going to stop coming. Here we go.
He was never there. He had 0 tackles. Where was he going? He was non-existent.
And
I'm saying that to you.
okay,
You ran away
right.
from him.
you made a
You
statement.
made every play away from Micah Parsons. Every
No,
play.
absolutely
Yes,
not.
yes,
Kittle
it was.
pile
It's
drived
true.
him through the
It is true.
It's true.
Kittle pile drived him through the turf. Well, I mean, we have real grass out there. We play on real grass.
Mhm.
Santa Clara. Sorry.
Mhm.
All right. The Sunday night game. Listen to this. The Bills, the Giants are going to be without Daniel Jones, Darren Waller, Andrew Thomas, center Michael Schmitz, Wandale Robinson, Azeez Ojari, Matt Pert, offensive tackle, and Saquon. That's your Sunday night game against the Bills.
So stack the Giants replacements because they'll probably win.
Yes, Tyrod Taylor revenge game.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Last bit of
That's
news.
going to be a tricky showdown. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it
You're
is.
gonna have
It'll
a
be
6-0 stack.
kickers and defense somehow. It'll be like Latavius Murray, Tyler Bass, Graham Gano,
Dawson Knox.
Daniel Bellinger, and like Matt Barkley. It'll be something stupid. I'm making that lineup. Justin Jefferson, done. Now we move to the Vikings. What do you have to say for yourself, Dylon? Colt McCoy was worked out by the Vikings. Justin Jefferson, done. Are you tanking for Caleb Williams? Speak on behalf of what are you, the registrar of Skull?
Right. Yeah. So I right now was not terribly nervous after the loss on Sunday, but now with JJ going out, because the next like 8 games, we only play one team that's over 500, which happens to be San Francisco in 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay. But it's like the schedule. I think we got the Bears, the Broncos, the Falcons, the Packers. So real chances to win. But then JJ, hamstring, whatever it is, out. And now Jordan Addison apparently rolled his ankle in practice yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So he is now questionable. So
y'all gonna sign T.O.?
I found a new Vikings forum. It's called Purple Pain. PurplePainForums.com.
Come on the show.
Support group
and
that you're putting on blast right now.
I'm just telling you that they got some good stuff on there.
Yeah, they're like suicide prevention hotline numbers.
Literally the accountability thread. Justin Jefferson, like 400 posts on this Justin Jefferson placed an IR thread. The big if Wood, Vikes, and Cousins want to move on.
I think I would not be surprised if Kirk Cousins is not a Patriot next year.
Patriot.
A Patriot.
Not a New York Jet this year.
No, not a Jet this year. But man, maybe we'll get Aaron Rodgers next year. Maybe he'll come play for us.
Have you seen? Yes, that's what that typically happens
You don't
to Green
want
Bay
that,
quarterbacks.
Smoke.
That's what happens to Green Bay quarterbacks. That's the progression of life. They go from the Packers to the Jets and then to the Vikings, and then they rip your heart out in the NFC Championship game.
Yep. They build it up to get you there.
Has this been the last game that we've seen Justin Jefferson in a Vikings jersey?
No. JJ, they're not going to let him go.
He may not sign.
Especially if we have a chance, top 5 draft pick, even if it's not Caleb Williams, if it's Drake May or whoever it may be.
Shador Sanders?
Man, I don't know about Shador. But I think that JJ is going to get paid. I hate that for him though, because he was having another career year. 4 games out is going to hurt him.
Yep. Okay.
And boy, it don't make me feel any better about our chances. Sure-handed Hawkinson can't catch nothing. We've had one rushing touchdown all year.
Were you pretty mad at the Chiefs game about how the refs pretty much gave it to him again?
There were some questionable calls, but I'm not going to sit here and pout about like the not called pass interference on Jordan Addison at the end of the game. I thought that they were running toe for toe, and it was an uncatchable ball. So I'm not on that wagon. Oh, woe is me. That was a legit play. Yeah, that's more mad about the fact that we get down to a Hail Mary and we forget that half of the Hail Mary consists of throwing the ball.
Like we got a chance.
And then they
Just
make
the ball.
Minneapolis Miracle number 2. No, that's he didn't even have a chance to get a 4th and 40 sack or not sack but interception. If he had thrown an interception on that Hail Mary, that would have been his 3rd game this season that he has thrown a 4th down interception to end the game.
Yikes. No wonder he finished last in our poll. Speaking of polls, Tex, I got another one for you. All right, Thursday Night Football. Chiefs hosting the Broncos. Injuries. Kelsey had a low ankle sprain. And Javonte appears healthy from what I've read. And Kelsey is like a game time decision. He's going to be limited practice. We'll see what happens with him. So, all right, let's put up our little screen. Do what?
Kelsey absolutely hates Denver. And you
gotta
know
pull
why,
up.
right?
No.
Why?
Kelsey, because they got bad blood.
I don't get the joke.
Isn't that a Taylor Swift song? Shame on you for knowing that.
Oh, yeah, shame on you.
How dare
He's
you?
the most popular person in our stadium these days.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah, what what was the volume like, even though she wasn't there?
Not as
There was
loud.
a lot of disappointed fans on both sides.
And they had to sit through the Vikings choking another game.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Thursday night football, Chiefs, Broncos, primetime man dime hot guys. The show for this segment's brought to you by us in our third down hat. Go buy it. It's in the link below. Here we go. Let's add to the stage the primetime man dime hot guys. You can see there, home team Chiefs, away team Denver, Russell Wilson and Sean Payton on a honeymoon, but it's very rocky, over under 48. Kansas City, 10.5-point favorites. That's not enough. Dylon, lead us off. Who's your primetime man dime hot guy?
I'm gonna captain this McLaughlin guy. I know that y'all talked about him, and then I had read something about him the week prior because Javonte was out, and I was wondering who the Broncos were going to play. And yeah, apparently this guy is the all-time rush leader in the NCAA, and he's a super explosive threat. So although apparently Jay Williams is supposed to be healthy and play this week, I think that he is going to be that dark horse that's going to get you one of those random tutties, and he'll probably get 8 or 9 rushing attempts, but I'm going for one of those screen passes or little dump off halfback tosses for something better. Just looking versus what Jay Williams has done versus McLaughlin, I think that he's going to be one. He's low enough that you can captain him and still get a bunch of Kansas City weapons. And that's what I'm going for, because I need to stack them, but you can't stack a Kelsey and Mahomes as a captain with anybody really good.
Yeah, the pricey. Mahomes has not had very good games from a statistical standpoint, and especially DraftKings. I was looking at that. This is a weird color matchup.
A lot of it's not his fault, though, too. I mean, look who he's throwing to. I mean, you know.
I'm supposed to feel bad for him because he took all the money and he has nobody to throw for, too?
I was just saying.
I mean,
I don't care about your feels to him.
I mean,
I don't feel bad for him either, but I'm just saying that's why his stats are down.
I mean, that's if you get paid the bid. I mean, Tom Brady did it.
Tom Brady gave up the big bucks.
Exactly.
He gave it up. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So this is a weird color matchup too, with red and orange, even though the Broncos had filthy uniforms last week. Tex, give everybody the shocker of the century here. What happened to the screen, by the way? What'd you do?
What do you mean what I do?
It went away. I can't see it.
Oh, it's up on my screen. I have no idea. Hang on.
Oh. Butch P, tell us about
you had to
engage.
Share screen. Hang on.
Oh, dude, no. Who you got?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Oh no! Oh no!
Go with Portland Sutton. I'm gonna do something a little weird here, because 90% of the field is going to be captaining somebody from the Chiefs. See Dylon, he's got the Broncos, but I think the Broncos are obviously going to be behind, but they're going to have to throw it a lot, and be weird where the Broncos have the guy that's your captain, and that's going to be Cortland Sutton for me.
Sutton in the water.
Yes.
I'm with you though. I'm right there with you. I'm sitting here.
Oh yeah, you have old Judy. I see.
Yeah, I was looking at both of them, and then I went back and looked at Sutton's history against Kansas City, and then I went back and looked at Judy's. So I think either one of those you could, but it's just like, dude, there's no way they're going into Kansas City and going to be leading the game. They're going to be behind. So I'm with you with Judy. I think it's a revenge game for Judy because the Chiefs didn't draft him in 2020, even though they couldn't draft him, but it's still a revenge game. Every receiver now writes down all the receivers that were drafted other than them. So a revenge game, even though the Chiefs drafted 32nd and he was picked 15th. Tex, tell us about who you have there in the shock of the century.
Kansas City D. The Broncos are terrible offensively. Russ can't run it.
Wait.
Barely throw it.
How about their defense? How's their defense?
Sorry,
Terrible.
Denver. Denver is
terrible.
Absolutely terrible. Offensively. Sorry. I was looking at Kansas City. They are going to absolutely smother Russ. He's not going to be able to throw it. I know you guys are looking at this stuff. The only thing he's going to have, Russ, just like he did last week, is screen passes to McLaughlin, and that's all he's going to have. McLaughlin's going to run wild on a couple of those, but that's about it. That's all I can throw. That's all I can do.
Yeah,
that's all they got.
So is this a dump tour for Wilson?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a legacy game for us?
It's his last screen show.
Everybody's going to be looking at this around the country and being like, "Oh, Pacheco, how much you want to bet Pacheco is going to be the highest owned captain?" Because the Broncos are 30
He didn't
seconds.
score. He didn't score.
They're 32nd against the run.
He averages 70 or 80 yards a game and one touchdown because he runs all and a bunch of receiving yards, but gets all the way down there. They don't use him at the goal line.
I will say this:
Kelsey or
one of the other tight ends.
Yeah,
I'll say this: if this
Jerick McKinnon.
Yep. Mm-hmm. If this game was in Denver and the elevation was high, Pacheco would be all out of sorts because his knees would get so high because of the elevation that his feet would barely even be touching the ground and he'd be stumbling all over himself.
Doesn't make any sense. They'd be higher because of less gravity?
Yeah, they'd be higher because when you hit a golf ball up there, punt a football, it goes higher and farther. So if he drives his knee up like he's high stepping from the 50, like Javi said, his timing would be off and he'd be tripping all over himself. It's a good thing on Pacheco's sake. Anyways, Javi gave you Rasheed Wallace. I'm assuming that is Rashee Rice. I guess.
Oh man,
I don't think he's
Javi's having trouble. Javi's having trouble on these names right now.
Is this at 2 a.m.?
Hey,
we gave you Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams last week. Rasheed. Hey, the ball don't lie though. Watch this. The ball don't lie, and Rasheed, the Ranchy Rice guy, he'll be lighting it up. He'll be the captain.
Ranch Water Rice.
That's it.
We gave you Dobbs, Love, the Packers D, and Jacoby Myers. So we did hit the so if you 1 for 4. Okay, hit the next slide, dude. These are all the game lines. We don't have to go through all of them. London game is the Ravens and the Titans. So ugly. Just looking at this, ugly. There's not a single game over 50. Not one. I mean, what do we think about that?
Which game do you think will go over 50?
This one right here. Dolphins Panthers.
100%.
Dolphins going to hang a 50 burger.
Yeah. Oh. I think Seattle and Cincinnati has a chance to do that. I think that could be a high-flying game. The game that will not even get close is the Bears and the Vikings. But a lot of these are just.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. But I don't
know, Jim. But Colts and Jags, Saints and Texans. I mean, Patriots, Raiders. Like, that's a hideous game. Rams and Cardinals, Jets and. I mean, it's just weird matchups, in my opinion. Like, the offenses for the Patriots and the Raiders are terrible. The Rams and the Cardinals, that might have some fireworks. That's actually the highest over.
That's the one that I thought was going to go over 50, I think. Was Cooper Kupp back, man. Golly, the Rams are so deadly. I'd be worried now.
But yeah.
You got Tutu, Puka,
Higbee,
Cooper, and Kyron Williams whenever everybody else is bailing out.
I mean, games that are just. I mean, the Niners total is 37.5. I'm assuming that's 30 for the Niners, and
yeah, that's a safe bet.
I'm kidding,
So,
but
all right.
Command, yeah. Moving on. That's your games for Sunday. I think we can hit the next one. Packers and Steelers on a bye. To get to our games we like, the Mainscaping Sunday slate. Tex, if you would do the honors and hit the next slide. There we go. Week 6. All right, boys. We've looked at those games. It looks like an absolute puke fest of games, but we have done the liberty and of course, somebody chose the London Monday morning game. I was wondering what that meant. Which B, explain yourself. You go first.
All right, so I'm going with the Baltimore and Tennessee game, as you see there. But I think Tennessee
that's
is
what that
home.
is.
Tennessee, and
Yes.
this is the old playoff revenge implications when you had Tennessee go into Baltimore and beat Baltimore in Baltimore in the playoffs, and then the next year, they stormed the field, and then the next year Baltimore came back, played Tennessee at Tennessee, stormed the field, stomped on the 50-yard line, all that jazz. So here we go. Another revenge between Baltimore and Tennessee. And that's your playoff implications. That's what I like about it.
London, the Nashville of the of Europe. That's what they call it. Do you know that? Is that really 40.5? Oh gosh.
Yeah, 40.5 and -4 Baltimore.
Dude,
I don't.
that game. That game is going to be ugly because Tennessee actually has a decent defense.
Dude, they like stopping the run, and Baltimore likes to run. So, I mean, look for Andrews and I don't know. I don't know.
Zay Flowers, dude.
It's going to be
Henry, man.
King Henry.
No.
Oh yeah.
They won't even use.
He was
use him on American soil
last week.
But he was straight gold the year before. That's Henry the 8th versus Henry the 7th.
Oh, yeah. So the games we like, we're talking about from a DraftKings perspective. When we're looking at playing games, we look at where do we think somebody's going to pop off? Tex, you've got an interesting one there.
Yeah, I think that this might be the one where the Eagles slip up and the Jets, for whatever reason, just go off. Everybody's been hating on Wilson. The team's rallying around him. He's been playing pretty good the last couple games. Not perfect, but better than everybody thought he was going to play. And I think that this might be the game where Philly finally gets beat on the push.
You're saying the Jets
stop
have
the
what
brotherly
it takes?
shove?
I think they got what it takes. They're gonna counter shove.
Now the Jets are hosting this game. Now it is a trap. Are you going to be playing? You're probably playing Jalen Hurts, you coward, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
You're not going to play. How are you not going to play Hurts?
This is a complete mismatch for the Jets, by the way. The Eagles can't really stop the pass. The Jets can't pass, but the Eagles are really good against the run. So this is the Breece Hall. Who are you game? Are you with the big boys?
The only player I have from Philly is AJ Brown.
So you're saying Sauce Gardner's trash?
Yeah.
Hey, Battle of the Greens here. We got ourselves the big green egg. Oh, we got to put that picture out. The big green egg bowl.
Oh yeah.
The commemorative.
They called the Texas ALCS the Silver Boot Series.
Like the Monopoly boot?
I guess so.
What are they? Are they going to be both wearing green helmets in this? That's weird.
Maybe
weird.
No, I bet Philly goes white.
They don't have white helmets.
Oh, they're going to have white helmets. They
both have green helmets. That's going to be weird. All right, Dylon.
Maybe they just go back to their white helmets.
With the green logo, yeah.
Yeah, with their Wayne Corbett days.
Oh, yes, with the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was
I
legit.
remember those. Yeah.
Getting ready for baseball talk. Throwing in a chaw.
My man. I'm looking at the Chicago and Minnesota game, not just because I'm obviously a Vikings fan, but the Bears are looking good. I was thinking that the Bears are going to be dead last, but after watching what Jordan Love just did this past week, and then what the Vikings are doing, and heaven help us if half our offense does go IR. But if you're smart, you play against the Vikings D. So Justin Fields, I have a feeling, is going to go ham. And then it's, do you stack him with Cole Kmet or do you stack him with DJ Moore? Vikings side.
Kmet.
Yeah.
He's just over there making so much noise.
Sorry.
He had to put in a big one. He's excited. Texas.
Like every time he
Texas
moves,
playoff.
it's like he's folding up aluminum foil or something. In the middle of
I was trying to fold it up. Sorry. I had to fold up my newspaper.
Yeah, everybody's reading the newspaper at 10:30 at night.
The Wall Street Journal.
They still make those.
I got a subscription to the app.
So, are you on the Bears side? Are you saying? What are you saying? Tell us what you mean. Say it with your chest.
I think that you have the number 30 and number 31 defense playing against each other, and we have no wide receiver 1 and potentially no wide receiver 2. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so it's going to be a J. It's going to be between the J's, KJ and DJ.
It's a J off.
It's a
Or
J
TJ.
off.
It could be a TJ Hawkinson, it could be a DJ Moore, or it could be a KJ Osborne.
Whoa.
It's a bunch. I don't know. I have a feeling that you will see us run the ball more this game. I think that they're going to give Cam Akers a little bit more of a shake and get him involved now that he's been in the system for a couple weeks. But Hawkinson has been unreliable.
Yeah, but he's
I don't know. It makes me nervous, especially with it being our first divisional game. And then we go into San Fran the following week. So,
well, JJ and Addison are both hurt. He's going to be the first one covered. So I wouldn't play Hawkinson.
Well, he's going to get played, and I bet you a lot of people are going to.
I'm just saying
he is the top tight end right now. He is, for the Sunday slate. He's number 1 at 6,500.
That would get. I mean, that's a pricey play for a guy who's inconsistent. So
66.
And a guy who, 66, and a guy
But still,
that
he's
everybody's going to key on.
a lot of J's there. Roshan Johnson's initials are RJ. Justin Fields' name starts with a J.
Yeah, that's a tricky game, man. That's going to be a tricky game.
I think that there's a lot of points to be had, unfortunately, on the Chicago side.
He's already lost it, folks. Okay. Here's mine, my primetime man dime hot game. Over under 43.5. Detroit favored by 3. Going to Tampa Bay. This is a who's an NFC for realsies game. Okay. Lions on the road at 4-1. Bucks are 3-1. This is a stalemate game as far as the stats. Both of these teams, middle of the road at everything on defense. But Baker Mayfield, big game Baker, can he go toe-to-toe with Jared Goff, even though Dan Campbell said David Montgomery's a guy who can give you 25, 30, 35 carries a game. So I like this game because I think it's going to be one of the best of the day because there's a lot of meaning to it. high stakes game. NFC for realsies game. Bucks, Lions. What do we think?
Well, they
Is
both
Mike
have to
Evans gonna
be
play?
divisional leaders, right? At this point.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
dude. I like the Bucks, to be honest with you.
Dude, I'm with you. I like the Bucks.
They're playing at home. They have a great, they have a really solid run defense. I mean, every defense has their days where they give it up, but all in all, Tampa Bay can stop the run.
So can Detroit.
It's so can Detroit. So, and both the teams are a little weaker on their pass defense. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's going to be toe to toe with the quarterbacks, and
Yep.
I like that home team. I would take Tampa Bay covering that spread, or however you phrase that. I don't do that kind of betting, but whatever.
This is a confusing brain game, is what this is, because you look at this and you're like, it's the Bucks and the Lions. This should be an absolute poop fest because it's the Bucks and the Lions. But you forget they're both divisional leaders and they only have one loss. But my brain can't compute. Like, wait a minute.
The Lions are in first place.
Yes, I can't figure it out.
Hey,
I mean, the last time I remember that.
Check the tape. What did I say? Who did I say would win the North?
It's not over yet, dude. It's week 5. Don't sit up here. Don't sit up here and be like it's only week 5, and then be like it's week 5 and stake and try to get a win here. You can't go back and forth, dude. I'll check the tape from earlier, from when you said it's only been 5 weeks, and now it's only been 5 weeks, and you're proclaiming that the Lions are division champs.
I said that we're going. I predicted them to win the North.
Come on, dude.
I am owning it.
You're sitting up here.
I predicted way before the season started that the Lions would win the North.
Go get your number 11 jersey and tell everybody how you're on the same caliber as other people who pick games, and then you lost miserably. So, come on, Micah Parsons, P. Butch Micah P. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. Guys, we like Sunday slate of emergency week 6. These are players we like that we might throw into our lineup or two for DraftKings. Let's dial on Mr. Tight Ends. Have at it.
Mr. T, your girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So your tight ends this week. First, I handed you a bunch of sloppy Joes last week. I gave you Higbee as my number 1. Yeah. But I want to say I gave those picks before I knew that Cooper Kupp was coming back. So I feel like there's an asterisk next to that. All right.
Yeah. Capital ASS.
But the 2 weeks before that, I'd given you Goddard, and I didn't give him to you last week, and he was number 1. So I'm going with Goddard, especially. Yeah. Yeah. But they're going against the Jets.
You missed it,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
He's only 4,800. The Jets are the worst team in the NFL at covering the tight end, and he's averaged over 7 targets the past 4 games. So
play Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
And then I got Cole Kmet.
Ooh.
4,600.
Oh yeah, he was good
playing the Vikes that give up 240 plus yards a game, number like 31 or somewhere in there, 30 or 31. And he's had 3 TDs in the past 2 games.
Somewhere in there? It's like it's the bad. There's no in between. It's like you're either at the bottom or not.
Yep. And then my wild card, if Amon St. Brown ribs keep him out again this week, I'm playing Laporta.
Is Laporta in the running for Rookie of the Year?
I think he has to be at this point, right? Either Bijan or C.J. Stroud. That's who he's going up against.
Yeah. But I think that the one who's had the most consistent impact so far, Stroud's probably got that.
What about Puka?
Oh, Puka.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
What about Deuce
Uh,
Vaughn?
if Jordan
no.
Addison gets another touchdown, he'll have 4 receiving touchdowns this year, so he'll be right behind Puka.
Yeah.
Right. So what about Puka?
Yeah, I put Puka number 1 right now.
But they stink.
It
Laporta's on a
doesn't
good
matter.
team. Oh, Mister, you're one of those, huh? One of those, Mister. Give him the Heisman, even though his team stinks and they don't win.
Mr. How's your girl?
There's no doubt that he's making an impact on that offense.
Yeah, impact.
I will say though, if the Texans make the playoffs after the Deshaun Watson fiasco that they had to go through the past couple of years, and CJ Stroud should get it.
Oh, CJ Stroud looks. And by the way to screw up the entire visual here. I was looking at it. I was like, wow, he went, and you also went. You went a little heavy on tight ends. You're saying it's going to be a big tight end. You putting your chest out there?
No, I just wanted to pick 3 names because I needed the wild card.
Okay.
I kind of like it. I kind of like that setup, though. Soup to nuts.
Yes.
Miami was my pick at 3,500 because the Panthers suck on offense.
and
it's the biggest spread.
Oh.
And it's the biggest spread. San Fran, they're going to maul Cleveland. I really think that's going to happen. Yeah, I mean that's going to be a rough game for Cleveland. So that's a pretty sure pick to get some points. And then I think that the Minnesota D is gonna do it this week, and Fields is gonna come back to earth. His Icarus wings are gonna melt because he's flown so close to the sun the last 2 weeks, and we're gonna see the regular Justin Fields.
You're rooting for the Vikings.
Tex, 2 out of 3 is not bad, Meatloaf.
Yep.
23. Shout out you.
Go ahead.
Quarterbacks. Dude, Joe Burrow's price. Too low. Too low. I'm not. I mean, they're playing in a must-win, can't lose, dead or alive. Cards on the table. Chips are in. Whatever you want to call it. Bengals and Seahawks, Tigers and Birds, whatever. Burrow's priced 6,300. That is too low for Joe Burrow in the caliber he is, especially with Jamar Chase on the tear that he is on. So, Bengals, Seahawks, going to be a barn burner. Baker, I already talked about him. Dude, everybody's going to be on the Lions because your brain won't tell you the Lions and the Bucks are good. Lions are really good at run defense. They're going to make Baker try to beat them. And when he's the underdog, he's going to be out there doing the major league signal from the dugout when that guy gets a hit. Boom. There's your QBs. Butch P.
No marbles?
No models. What do you mean?
Marbles.
Oh, marbles. That's Mike McCarthy with marbles in his mouth because that's what he always sounds like. Butch P, go ahead.
Dude, all right, running backs here. Obviously, we're going with Mostert, 6,400. That's just too low for a guy that's going to take over for High Octane, who just was placed on IR. And the Panthers suck. Enough said. It's the Panthers. So
always going to suck.
They do.
They stink.
And
I
believe
their
that's
coach
down
is
in
yelling
Miami.
at their owner. Their coach is yelling at their owner about how he may not have wanted to pick Bryce Young.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well,
Hey,
shambles.
Let me throw this out there. What are y'all feeling on Kamara this week against the Patriots?
I played him.
I like it.
Kamara's been tearing it up.
Hey, he's going to get
I played him 3 weeks in a row.
15 catches for 17 yards.
I mean, if that offense keeps being that bad. Wait, who do they play in?
New England, right? Saints in New England.
No, they
that's
just
the
played New
Raiders.
England.
The Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
the
about to
Saints
say,
are playing. The
I was
Saints are
like,
playing.
wait a second. They're playing the Patriots again?
Yeah,
Play the defense. Play the
Playing
defense.
Houston. They're playing
Patriots
Houston.
play the Raiders. Houston plays New Orleans. It's in Houston.
22 times for 80 yards last week. 3 receptions for 17 yards. Averaging 20 points per game.
Javi gave us his receivers from on the road. Robert Woods, Bobby Trees, 3,800, 6 targets a game. Tank Dell is banged up. The tank is off the tracks, right? So he's saying Bobby Trees. Then Josh Downs for Indianapolis, 4,100.
Ooh, with the Minshew.
With for the shoe. Shoe fly don't bother me. It's going down, down, down. He said without Richardson in there, Josh Downs goes ham bones. And then he put Curtis Samuel in there, 3,700 from the Commanders, because that's his dog. That's his guy, because he likes him. So there you have it. That's all he gave. Your slate of emergency, week 6.
All right.
Guys and games we like. And we will absolutely put this up, and then we will take credit for where we're really good, and then we will roast each other for where we sucked it up.
Absolute rotisserie fire.
We already talked about the Bills and the Giants. The spread is 14, by the way. That's terrible. Here we go. Hit our theme music real quick, and then let's. There it is. Here we go, baby. This segment's brought to you by Really Neat Outfitters. Promo code GOAT. Spend $60, get free shipping and 10% off your order at checkout. Really Neat Outfitters, our passionate family, salty air and smiles, coast flair, Carolina roots. Make our designs as original as every single lineup we make on DraftKings. The big third down hat is available. Fall is life shirt is available. Go get them on the website at the bottom of our description. Okay, College football, week 7, ironclad lock games that will deliver. We'll get to that in a second. But, boys, thoughts on the new playoff model text?
After
the committee meeting.
I find it funny that OU gets in on the first week.
It was a playing game, dude.
No, dude. It wasn't a playing game.
Beat the number 3 team.
Playing game to get to a 5 or 6 slot. But hey, it's proprietary formula, and nobody knows what goes into it or how the formula actually works. And here we are, looking at OU.
They have the best win in the country. They beat the number 3 team. You were part of this process. And then Maryland lost. They were 5 last week.
That's a big jump. That's all I'm saying. Big jump.
Well, they beat the number 3 team.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Maybe it shouldn't be such a big jump because
SC is still
overrated.
SC is still in there, even after playing like absolute steaming pile of Triceratops dump from Jurassic Park against Arizona. So hey,
yeah, but Caleb Williams, he put the glove on. He went in there. He pulled it out.
He's addicted to looking cool in the pocket. I'm telling you right now, dude. He just dances around. He's not really looking at anything. He's just running around. I'm telling you.
You know what he would look cool in? Purple jersey.
So you're saying the tank is official?
I said he would look cool in a purple jersey.
We can read between the lines. The Vikings just can't play between the lines.
Oh, because it's about to go off the next 8 weeks.
Here we go. Air Force plays Wyoming in a very sneaky game.
Yeah. What a great game.
See that down there in Javi's little model there. But I think we got it right. I think Louisville's up top. They're the hottest team in football. Nobody wants to play them. Air Force at 2.
Mhm.
OU, Oklahoma at 3. They had a huge win. They replaced Texas, who was 3 in the other scam poll. And then we still have USC at 4. Georgia finally makes it in. Liberty is undefeated. They look great. And then Washington, Oregon, big matchup this week. I mean, I think this all checks out. I mean, we're talking right now.
Is this the first week of playoff rankings too?
No, I think that comes out on Halloween or something.
Okay, last week of October.
Yeah, but I think this captures everything, boys. I mean, we'll see what happens to the winner if they get in from Washington and Oregon. Of course, everybody we've been putting in this thing keeps getting beat. So there's only 4 ranked matchups, and there's 14 undefeated teams left, 11 Power Fives, 3 Group of 5 teams. I mean, anything else, Butch? What do you think? Dylon, any thoughts on this, on our models?
Let's go through our games.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you
Georgia should be higher.
No, they should not. They haven't played anybody, Paul. Louisville and
They
Pitt.
just beat the pants off of Kentucky.
It's Kentucky.
Who was in the last week?
It's Kentucky. That's how Georgia got into 6, because we ranked Kentucky so high. It's the only reason.
They were ranked high. Oklahoma and Texas was a playing game, and Georgia smoked Kentucky. And now Oklahoma's in the top 4. I'm with Tex on this.
Oklahoma has the highest quality win.
Who's number?
They beat number 3 in the country. And they're 1-0 in playing games.
Number 3 in the country was not even in our top 6.
Oh, wait a minute. So your logic, so they're 1-0 in playing games.
Mm-hmm.
So was Texas last week.
And now Texas is 1-1.
Well, no, but that was your whole logic for putting them at number 3.
But we put
I'm seeing some committee bias up
here.
here.
It was 50%.
But we put an asterisk beside the
bias.
Texas
The
win
bias
over
is
Kansas.
the bias is AK makes the picture, so he put it in.
The Texas win over Kansas playing game was an asterisk. Butch remembers this because the starting quarterback for Kansas didn't play, so we discredited that playing game. It's simple. Check the tape. We had that discussion. That's why Texas is playing
Air Force
game.
Next week, let's put a picture, if they win, of an Abercrombie and Fitch model.
Okay. With an Air Force belt buckle.
Yep.
I'll Photoshop it in there.
All
right, here we go. Ironclad lock games that will deliver. Louisville at Pittsburgh. Don't sleep on them, because everybody we've been putting in the one spot in our model keeps losing. So don't sleep on Pittsburgh, Louisville. We want you to stay there. Game with that dog in it, Mizzou and Kentucky, both coming off horrendous losses. Can the SEC finally regain some ground and some credibility in the college football world? Playoff model jump, Miami. Will they bend the knee to UNC? No, they won't. They'll run it up the middle. UNC is undefeated. I think they're ranked 12th or 10th or something. So those are my games. Tex.
I got Oregon State and UCLA. So I don't sleep on them, because ranked matchup, Uiagalelei trying to play his team into contention for the Pac-12, last Pac-12 title. Well, maybe not the last one, but
Oregon State already lost the Pac-2 championship.
Yep. But he's trying to keep him alive. UCLA's snuck their way in there.
Mm-hmm.
And game with that dog in it, I put Mizzou and Kentucky also, mostly because there is no dog in it. It's a cat fight. Second cat fight in the last 2 weeks. But Mizzou played LSU tough, and I think that we might see an upset here after Kentucky comes off that loss. And then playoff model jump, Cal at Utah. I think that Utah earns a spot back in the top 6 with the absolute drubbing. This week.
So doesn't Utah have 2, or is it just 1 loss?
1.
Okay.
Just 1.
All right. Dylon, you want to run down through J. Vice, or were those yours? No, wait, those are his.
No, those are J. Vice. But Yeah, we can keep. The world knows the Memphis streak is still going, so you still can go watch them play Tulane at home for free if you bought a ticket that first week.
Should be a good game.
Yep, still cooking. Obviously the Wyoming and Air Force is huge because Wyoming is nasty this year,
So
playing everybody close.
Yes.
So if Air Force can solidify theirself in the bracket here.
He said altitude is on the line.
Yeah.
He's playing the Thin Air Bowl.
Now, for me, I'm going to go with Georgia and Vandy because it is the AP top against our former top team. So it is the battle of the number ones.
Can Vanderbilt rekindle some of that magic they had early in the year where they rose to the top of the model?
Yep. And then just for what do you say? Gets and shiggles. We're gonna go with the Tobacco Road fight between NC State and Duke. So that'll be fun for us North Carolinians.
NC State might sneak one in there. They got this.
Duke's reeling.
Yep.
But Duke still has a really good defense. So, except for on fourth down late in the game, whenever they drop 8 and rush 3. J-Vi also threw in there not Texas Rangers versus the Buffalo Sabres opening night, BB. Let's ball out, baby.
For NHL.
He's going a little hockey there. All right, Butch P, give us all 3 of your games as is tradition.
All right, guys, we got a big one here. It's don't sleep on them. The Trojans and the Fighting Irish. USC, Notre Dame. We're going to go with that dog in it, and you bet you. The Fighting Irish has got the fight in the eye, and the Trojans are ready to battle, okay? You see what I'm doing here? They got the fight in them. USC is in our model at number 4, and I'm going to say the biggest playoff jump is going to be Notre Dame. They're going to get off that schneid of losing, and they're going to beat USC and hand them their first loss. And Notre Dame will be fighting back.
Oh, yeah.
Does Notre Dame have 2 wins or 2 losses?
I agree.
2 losses.
Ohio State and Louisville.
And Louisville.
Yep. That's how Louisville got all the way up there.
And
game should
close
be fun.
Close to Duke.
Well, we're going to see what Notre Dame's made of.
Well, we're going to see what USC's made of too. I mean, their defense is
the first
terrible.
test. Well, they've been tested multiple times.
It's their third test. Mm-hmm. This EOG's right here.
I don't want to alarm everybody, but we're approaching very quickly.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, yeah, we're college football is like almost as close to being done as it is starting.
Why would you do that?
That hurts. That hurts.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay. How dare you? Let's get into them. Hit the next slide. On your screen, we have a picture of load management, a picture of people just chucking beer into the air, and then 2 Vikings fans in 89 jerseys with Swifty on the back. So, Dylon, I'm very intrigued as to what your how dare you is. Make sure you say how dare you a lot of times.
My how dare you goes out to the so-called Minnesota fans that have decided to get Swifty embroidered on a personalized jersey of the Minnesota Vikings. 4-1, we're already trying to get rid of this propaganda about Taylor Swift owning U.S. Bank Stadium. Mm-hmm. So all you're doing is adding credibility.
I was just about to say, rumor has it, those were the 2 loudest fans in the building.
And number 2, you are supporting the relationship of the team that we are trying to beat.
Gross.
So what kind of fan are you?
I think those are they're actually pulling for the Chiefs in a Vikings jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It
Very
is
weird.
a wolf in Chiefs clothing. So how dare you, Swifty fans, in your Minnesota Vikings jerseys?
That just tells me they have no idea anything about football. I forgot
And
to.
from what I understand, once they made the announcement that Taylor Swift was not in the building, 3,000 fans left the stadium.
Is that for real?
No, I made that up.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, damn, that only left like 10,000 of them left. All right, I forgot to hit this a second ago. Everybody, shh.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
Okay, Dylon, what's your how dare you? I see two pictures. Text, go.
My how dare you goes out to the App State fan who threw a beer on the field after the game at the Coastal Carolina team. Not because they threw the beer on the field, which is a garbage move anyways, but because the guy picked it up and chugged it right in your faces after winning.
Oh, my God.
Picked it up and started chugging it. Like, you got beat twice. That's 2 losses on the night, 2 L's. What are we doing? You can't throw a beer at a guy who just won and expect him not to pick it up and start slamming that thing in your face.
Are we 0-3 in the Sun Belt now?
We were, or at least 0-1 against beer chugging, which is like an absolute insult to the App State fans who can now drink beer in the stadiums.
Wow.
So how dare you? Beer
Kids these
chucker,
days don't know how
your
good they've got it.
dude, no idea. I remember having to sneak in like little
Bottles.
yeah, airplane ball and everything, like figuring out ways to get them in there. But how dare you do that? Taking a second L on the night by being an absolute jabroni, throwing a person a beer that is still drinkable. What are you doing? How dare you?
How dare you?
Mm.
That's pathetic. Oh, all right. Here's my how dare you. My how dare you goes out to this stupid chart that is a complete and utter lie. We have been on this show multiple times stating the fraudulence of load management. How dare you, athletes everywhere, subscribe to this, and how dare you even more to the performance staff for presenting this information to said athletes so that they would buy into it by telling them all you have to do to get better and play longer is do less. I mean, what is this? I love you, man. Hey, you're doing too much. No, you got to stop that. Now you're doing too little. No, you cannot play the game at a high speed if you don't train at a high speed. And there's different ways to do that. But how dare you, everybody who bought into this garbage? It's garbage. It makes no sense. And now the truth will set you free. It is coming to the surface. It's coming to light that this is garbage. And we were on the record early on trying to warn you people, don't listen to load management. Now, this should be hilarious to see the rebuttal of the athletes. Butch, go.
Dude, I'm going to how dare the Bravos right now. They need to get it together. They just got smoked tonight. 10-2. They're down 2-1. It's win or go home now.
All that hype, dude. All the stolen bases and the home runs, and you're about to get drug up in Philadelphia. It's over.
It's gonna hurt.
Is it over?
No, it's not over.
It's
They got to
over.
win two. They got to win 2 games in a row.
Dude, Scott Stapp is not walking through that door.
He might be walking through the Texas doors.
I'm saying other relevant sports news. Tex, I believe you wrote everything in here.
Hang on.
Oh,
I gotta get back to the thing, the doc.
Here,
Unshare for me. Unshare.
I'm unsharing. I'm unsharing.
Could
Unshared.
have been dangerous.
Shared. Unshared. Hey, yeah. That's your share transition segue.
Dude, I don't think that's Cher.
That's not a
like,
Cher song.
That's like 4 Non-Blondes or something like that, isn't it?
I couldn't name
The
one.
Rangers, my Texas Rangers have sealed their position in the ALCS last night. And we saw earlier, I mentioned the Astros won, beat the Twins. So now we got an all-Texas ALCS battle for the silver boot to get to the World Series. 7th straight for the Astros, and the first since 2011 for the Rangers. And I remember watching the Rangers lose their last World Series game at the Greatest Bar in Boone, Flipside, late in October.
Did you say the 7th straight ALCS for the Stros?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
It's crazy.
Now there was a study that was done that wanted to know
voice in the locker room. And
hey,
the fans were all singing the song at the game. It was awesome to see Creed coming back to relevance for this playoff run.
Creed is back. 100%
Creed was never gone, dude. They were never gone.
You're right. Now there was a study done that was in Texas, very, very educated, where people voted on whether it was football or baseball that was more back in Texas. And even though the success of Texas in baseball, it lost 19% to 81% to football. So that was actually the poll I ran on Twitter. I had to get it in there.
Technically, it's a true stat.
That's exactly. It's a fact.
Does have data. Not fact.
There's a large enough sample size. So, anyways, that's it. That's show number 70. We got DraftKings ready to rock and roll this weekend, starting tomorrow. Let's get it, boys. Let's win the million.
Everybody get in the lineup or get in the contest.
Oh, yes. The $1 Millie Goats Bonanza single entry Sunday slate salacious contest.
And it's restructured where the winner is not taking all.
Yes. So we're going to have appropriate payouts. The link is actually below the video and will be on the podcast information whenever we release that, I think. So, or if not, check our Twitter because we'll be pumping that thing out. Anything else, boys? Recommend our show to a friend, a family's friend, a friend of the family, anybody you want. Follow us on YouTube, Rumble, the Millie Goats, Twitter at Millie Goats, Instagram at the Millie Goats, website, blog, www.raeo.live. Apparel, look at the website at RAEO. Subscribe, rate, and review. Let's go. Hey, go Niners, baby. Go Niners.